Hey guys, Ascending God here, and down below. Here with Raid Shadow Legends, going to be doing some Ancient Shard openings. I'm real excited. I got a lot of Ancient Shards here, as you can see. I actually had to take some time to make some room in my inventory. You can see I only got 44 champions out of 100. I have a lot of room in my vault too, so I'm going to have to probably migrate some from my inventory to the vault, partial the way through. But there's a couple of things going on that made me want to open up the Ancient Shards right now. Number one, double chance at Epic and Legendaries with Ancient Shards, which is why I'm going for them. Number two, there is an event currently going on. It's the Buy Shards and Win tournament. So looking at doing that too. Got to see what I need to get in order to get up to the maximum here. I don't know why they call it Champion Chase. It's called Buy Shards and Win. You notice they're giving better rewards with the buying shards than anything else these days, with 3 legendary tombs in here when normally the best you can get is 1. But anyway, we'll see what we got to get here. Looks like, all right, so I mean 250, 500, 10,000. Yeah, I'm not going to hit 10,000. I'm not opening any Sacrants. I'm not opening any Voids. I only tend to open them when there's like double chances like this. It makes sense to do it for this one since it is double chances with the Ancients. So I'm going to start busting them open, see what I get here. Wish me luck. As far as what I need at this point, I mean, the things that I could use the most, like a Valkyrie would be amazing for Clan Boss. If not, even a Skull Crusher would be good for the group that I got right now. Looking for a replacement that can do serious damage mitigation. Another option would be Beck as well, Bad Alcazar. So he's amazing. But anyway, but we'll see what I get here. Maybe I have some other cool things that I could use somewhere else that'd just be fun to play with. I have a solid arena team right now, but I like having some different arena champions just to play with, or the dungeons, things like that. So we'll see what happens. My main thing is for Clan Boss, but let's see what pops out here. So here we go. First 10 down. Some yellows. Let's see some yellows. Come on up. Well, epic. One epic. Bone Keeper. I don't know Bone Keeper. Come on, let's see a yellow. Let's see a yellow. You can do yellow. Alright, so all these are pretty much trash. Her, thinking she's trash too. I don't know her. Attacks one enemy. Place an extra hit if the attack's critical. Eh. Attacks an enemy, deals 35% extra crit damage. Eh. Attacks an enemy, 50% decreased defense. Eh. I don't know. She doesn't seem like anything that spectacular to me. No debuffs, just damage. Thinking she's probably going to be food. My orc team in Faction Wars is real weak too, so it wouldn't make sense to put her into that. Not at this point. Alright, so far garbage. So let's see the next thing. She seems like a definite, like, a 4-star food. This is why I need yellows. I mean, there's really not many epics in the game that I actually could use these days, so that's why more than anything I really just need legendaries. Rain Beast. I don't have Rain Beast yet, but I don't see myself using him. I go full offense in Arena, and the only thing that I'm aware of that Rain Beast is decent for is Arena. What is he? Ally attacks, shield, so yeah. Once per turn, so this is the shield that he does. Buys a random ally if this kills an enemy. And then the continuous heal on the lowest. Yeah, just, no. I don't think Rain Beast is that great. I know some people love to use him in Arena. I've never seen him as much of a threat in Arena. To me, I feel like those groups are an easy target. Like, I don't know. I feel like Horden's much more of a threat, where if he kills somebody, he gets an extra turn. Killing somebody and resurrecting, like, Altan is great for that, but Altan's a legendary. Rain Beast is just, eh. Jotun, I have Jotun already. I'm not using him yet for Barbarians. I have a really solid team for Barbarians. I have like High Katoon, I have Turbold, I have Altan. I have a really solid team in there. So, didn't have room for this Jotun guy. He is decent. I mean, he attacks when enemy, decreases target's max hit points by 30% of the damage dealt. That's what I didn't like about him, because this, like, decreasing the max hit points by 30% of the damage, unless they hit really, really hard. I mean, Jotun hits kind of hard. He's kind of like the redheaded stepchild of Jotun. Like, literally redheaded. I mean, he's got red hair. So, but 30% damage, like, the hit points like that, that's really nothing that spectacular. Because you got to consider, like, well, if you hit for 10,000, you know, and it's 30% of that. That's 3,000 hit points the champion's lost permanently. I mean, who really cares? So, anyway, it's not that big of a deal. But this one here is useful. I mean, it's attacks an enemy, 75% chance of placing an HP burn debuff, and this brings it up to 100%. So you have a 100% chance of placing an HP burn debuff for 4 turns, and it's a 4-turn cooldown. You can bring it down to 3-turn cooldown, but you can only have 1 HP burn on any given target at any given time. So you can only have the 1 up at any given time, but all things considered, with him maxed out, he should be able to keep HP burn up on an enemy by himself. So, anyway, it's okay. And then other than that, just a 30% decreased defense. Since it's only 30%, nah, not that great. I have so many with 60% these days. He just doesn't make it into the roster. He's decent. He's decent. Just not decent enough to make it into mine. I don't have a very good chance of getting a legendary because, as you saw, like, it's only a 1% chance. So you open 100 Shards. Oh, this created monster. Cool. I don't remember his abilities. I really want the Witch. That was another one that I wanted. The Witch would be really cool to have. But this is cool. I mean, it's a new champion, so that's cool. So he looks cool. I love Halloween. I mean, look at in the background over there, the friggin' Reaper up there. I love Halloween. Halloween's like my favorite holiday for the look, and then Christmas my favorite for the spirit. So, all right, so he looks pretty cool. I mean, like I said, I love Halloween, so love like things like Frankenstein. I don't know why they call it miscreated monster. Just call it Frankenstein. It's Frankenstein. So anyway, all right. So places a fear debuff on the attacker for 1 turn whenever an ally is attacked while under an ally protection buff. Okay, and I remember he does ally protection, so basically it has a chance to put fear up because of that. He could work really well in conjunction with other champions too that have ally protection, because this is for anybody that has an ally protection buff. So if you have like multi-ally protection buffs in a group, place a lot of fears. That could be cool. And then, yeah, and here's his ally protection. So 50% ally protection buff on all allies except for him, of course. Heals his champion by 50% of their max hit points and 15% continuous heal buff on him for 3 turns. That's pretty cool. I am going to use him for Faction Wars. I don't take Faction Wars that seriously, especially like my Night Revenants. The only legendary that I have for Night... Well, no, I have 2 legendaries for Night Revenants. Tomb Lord and Bystafist. But regretfully, even then, those 2 are maxed out. It's not that great of a team. I mean, you guys know how Faction Wars is. Like, it's just Tomb Lord doesn't bring enough to the table. Bystafist doesn't bring enough to the table. Like, they're more of like... They help out other champions, but on their own, they're not enough to just... No, I don't have anybody that deals a lot of damage in that group, so that's kind of like the issue there. But he could be a really cool addition to it, because it'd make it a lot harder to kill all my champions, which is a big problem that I've been having, is everybody dying too quickly and easily. Especially with Tomb Lord, where you need the 100% crit rate for his poisons and for his like slow on his A1. Like, he's very squishy because of it. But this could help fix that, so that could actually be pretty cool. I think I'll be using him definitely in Faction Wars. Attacks all enemies, 50% chance of placing a stun debuff, and a shield buff on all allies equal to 25% of the damage inflicted. Oh, and he's a hit point champion. Didn't even realize that. This is all hit points? Yeah, all hit points. Cool, cool. Actually, that's pretty cool. The only downside is I do have another hit point champion coming in who's going to get my best gear. That's that Harvester Jack dude. He's definitely getting my strongest hit point gear, because I think he's going to be a lot of fun, and he's a legendary, so obviously more valuable than this. But this is pretty cool. I mean, I do like that ability. I mean, 50% chance of a stun. Well, not amazing, but I mean, still half the champions get stunned. That's pretty cool. And then attacks an enemy 2 times. Each hit has a 15% chance of placing a stun debuff. And so it looks like you can bring that up to a maximum of 25%. So, not too bad. I mean, a 1 in 4 chance of placing a stun. You load them up with like a defense mastery for like counterattacks and stuff. And maybe like one of those retaliatory sets on him. Like, that could be pretty cool. I mean, get him a lot of counterattacks, chances to stun. 50% chance of placing a 60% decreased defense debuff for 1 turn if the stun debuff's placed. That's cool. So if he does place the stun, then you have another 50% to place 60% decreased defense. That's cool. It's the 60%, not that 30% we saw earlier. So that's pretty cool. I mean, I'm definitely going to use him in Faction Wars. I mean, he's not the most amazing champion, but actually, you know what? Ally protection. I almost wonder... the only thing, I was thinking like this might be cool for the clan boss, but the only thing that he would give me for clan boss would just be the ally protection. So I was almost thinking like, oh, I could use this in place of Skull Crusher, but no, he couldn't replace Skull Crusher. He's not good enough to fit in my clan boss group, because the only thing that I'd use him for is this here, but no, because then he'd get himself killed. Anyway, well, like I said, I'm going to use him for Faction Wars. Let's see what I get for the next group here. Hopefully something better here. Let's see a yellow. I should get a yellow. I mean, with how many I'm opening, I should have a decent chance of getting at least one legendary. Adriel, that's somebody that I don't have yet, but I see her in Arena a lot. I know she's a healer. Pretty sure she's pretty decent healer. I do know she's annoying in Arena. I usually tend to kill her in Arena because I don't like keeping her alive because she heals and everything, and I think she resurrects. Maybe not red. No, doesn't resurrect, heals. Alright, so A3 attacks all enemies, 50% chance of placing a 50% decrease attack debuff for 2 turns, 100% chance if this attack's critical. Okay, so that's cool. So, and it attacks everybody, so she has an AoE attack down on everybody, but it's just attack down. I mean, I have 2 more that does an AoE attack down and defense down. That's just not that great though, but she attacks them too though, so she does damage. That's more than I could say for 2 more, so... Magic ally speed, magic. I'm not even... Alright, yeah, this is the heal. So heals all allies by 20% of their max hit points, places a 30% reflect damage buff on them for 2 turns. So yeah, this is what I was talking about. And a reflect damage. That kind of sucks too, especially if you have champions that do tons of damage. They're glass cannons. Ugh, that hurts. So, anyway, I mean, I won't use her because I don't use defensive teams in Arena. Sacred Order. I'm almost thinking she might be a replacement for my Romero, because I do have Romero right now for my healer, my support champion in Sacred Order, and that is one of my stronger groups. I might replace him with her. Attacks an enemy, 20% chance of placing a 50% decrease accuracy. I'm not a fan of that. I don't know. I almost think Romero is better than her. I may be wrong. I need to compare their abilities. She seems okay. Just not okay to make it into any other group of mine. The only group that she could possibly make it into would be the Faction Wars, which again is kind of at this point. But anyway, alright, so... And the rest is food. I mean, all of my rares these days are pretty much food, unless it's something like really good rare that I could use for Faction Wars, or a rare that I'm using currently and going to use them for skill ups. A lot of these I will use for skill ups, because there is still a lot of champions that I have that are rares in Faction Wars, so I wouldn't mind skilling them up. Alright, all this is just garbage. Alright, so I'm out of room in my inventory, so I need to make... of course you want to sell something to me. Why am I going to buy anything? You're giving garbage pulls. Like, really? Why would I pull right now? No, I'm not buying anything from you. I'm like anti-buying. I want money back for this stuff. Anyway, alright, so let me throw a bunch of these guys in here for now. I can pull them out in a bit. Okay, so I'm just going to make some room real quick, do some more pulls. And hopefully pull the full 81. I might as well, because I mean there's also a champion training tournament right now. So a lot of these I can use as skill ups for the champions that I'm using currently, the ones that I'm not. And I don't need them for skill ups, I can use them as food for that champion training. So, alright, so I got 33 left, I got 56 out of 100, so I got enough room now, so we're good. Alright, so here we go. So wish me luck, let's see. Like I said, with a 1% chance I have, like, what, 83? So there is a decent chance I should get at least one legendary. Usually I have really good luck, but then every once in a while my luck's trash like this. Lady Atessa, of course, since I don't need Lady Atessa, of course I pull her. She's one of the ones, I believe, for the fusion, but I already have her, and I already have her up to level 50, so this is one is... I mean, I might save her, I just don't think she's anything that great. Let me see this Aina. I don't have Aina yet. Aina, whatever. Alright, so attacks an enemy. Before attacking, 80% chance of placing a decreased defense buff for 3 turns. Heals champion by 10% of the damage inflicted. But it's just one enemy on an A3 for a decreased defense. That doesn't seem very good to me. I mean, like, there's epics that do AoE defense downs, Like Tyrell. I mean, that... I mean, unless she hits really hard, that seems like really weak for an epic. Attacks an enemy, 80% chance of a weaken. %, 15% chance of an extra turn. Food. You are absolutely food. There's no doubt in my mind she is food. She's nice eye candy, I guess, but that's about it. But other than that, you are food. You're gonna get fed. Somebody. So, there's that. Let me see Lady Atessa. Attacks an enemy with 2 random allies. That's kind of cool. Damage inflicted by this champion on any allies joining will be increased by 10% if the target's under a stun. Allies join the attack using their default skills. So, alright, and then she has a stun on her A2. I remember that. So, it's 75% chance once you max out her skills of placing a stun debuff. But it's only for one enemy. Oh, and she's Sacred Order. No, I don't have room for her in Sacred Order. The only thing I would have room for in Sacred Order is a healer. That's it. Definitely no room for her. No, that's no good. Yeah, I have no room for her. She's food. All right, so next group. Give me my legendary. I need a legendary. Come on, give me a Valkyrie. Just give me a Valkyrie. You know you want to. Come on. Come on. Oh, there we go. Legendary. Scartosis. Ooh, I do not have him yet. I don't know if I'm going to use him. I don't have him yet. Undead. I love Undead. Yeah, he's really cool looking dude. I've seen him quite a bit in Arena. He can be annoying in Arena. He can be really annoying because he's an AoE champion. Alright, so that's cool. This could be useful for Faction Wars. Removes all debuffs from all allies, heals all allies, fills their turn meters. Amount by which each ally is healed increases according to the number of debuffs removed. The amount by which allies' turn meters filled increases according to the number of debuffs removed. That could be useful in Faction Wars with like all the debuffs that happen with the bosses. He could be useful against them at least. So that's kind of cool. And what does he have? Speed Aura, Speed Dungeons. Oh, just dungeons though. I don't know. Places a 50% increased attack buff and a 30% increased crit rate buff on all allies. That would be good if I didn't already have Arbiter for Arena. So I don't really need him for Arena for that. Because you can't stack increased attack buffs. Alright, attacks all enemies, 30% chance of stealing a random buff from each enemy. That's cool that he does have the AoE attack and where he has a chance of stealing random buffs. That's the thing, is he rips all your buffs off of you too, which is pretty cool. So he's okay. I mean, I don't think I'm going to use him regretfully. I might use him in Undead Hordes for Faction Wars, but I don't know if I have room in my Undead Hordes. I mean, he has some okay abilities. Like, just doesn't seem particularly spectacular for a legendary. I don't know. Maybe there's something I'm missing here. I don't know how much he fills the turn meters. I didn't even realize he does that. But, I mean, if he fills the turn meters a lot, that could be useful. Like, I do see why people like using him in Arena. 50% increase attack, 30% increase. I mean, that's cool. The thing that I really don't like about that, though, is he loses his turn to do this. Like, that... I know, like I said, I already have Arbiter and Arena to do that. But, I mean, 50% increase attack is nice. 30% increase is great. I'll probably use him, actually, in Faction Wars. I hate to have to level up another Legendary, and I'm not buying Legendary Tombs anymore. I mean, it's like $200 worth of in-game purchases to max out like, the skills on a Legendary. No, it's not. This is a game. It's not even a full game. It's an app. Anyway, but it's cool that I got a Legendary, at least since somebody knew that I don't have. I mean, like I said, I'm sure I'll use him in Faction Wars, just since I'm not going to max out his skills. I don't quite know how useful he'll be, but he's better than some of the stuff I got. I'm definitely, now the more I think about it, definitely going to use him in Undead. Alright, so... maybe I can get another one. Like I said, I have so many solid legendaries, there's not a whole heck of a lot that I need anymore. Like, the only things that I could benefit from, like if I had some champions that were really good for Spider, because then I could make big on pure offense and not worry at all about him in Spider, because right now I have him for Spider, which means I have to put accuracy on him. If I didn't need that accuracy, I would make him an absolute beast. He's also my speed farmer. So, that's cool too. So, Missionary, I'm pretty sure is garbage. Attacks an enemy, 75% chance of placing a heal reduction. Decreased speed. But it's only one enemy. So it's kind of like, especially for the A3, that's the best you got. Like, attacks an enemy, 40% chance of placing a provoke debuff, 100% if champion's HP is higher than his. But it's the damage is what I don't like. The damage is based on attack, so it's like, okay, I can make him hit really hard, provoke, and get himself killed, or make him not hit hard and put a bunch of hit points on him, or defense, which I'd really put defense on him, but you know what I mean. Attacks an enemy, 20% chance of placing a stun debuff. I mean, it goes up to a 35%. He's Sacred Order. My team first Sacred Order is really solid. There's nothing else that I would use him in. So, no, we're definitely not. Captain Tamila. I know she's like kind of decent, because I remember using her for the Molly fusion. What is she at? 50% ally protection buff for 2 turns, so that's kind of cool. Then 60% increased defense buff, heals all allies by 15% of the champion's max hit points, that's kind of cool. Then 50% chance of 15% continuous heal buff on the champion if the hit's critical. That's kind of cool. So yeah, I mean, if you load her up on enough crit rate, she's decent. I like the ally protection. Regretfully though, I mean, as far as the ally protection, the only champion I could think of off the top of my head with ally protection that I would use would be that Skull Crusher. That's it. At least for clan boss. I don't see her bringing enough to the table, because I already have an increased defense from Martyr, and those last me for the 2 AoE turns. So this just, it'd be like Steel Skull. It would just be overkill. That's who she would replace, as Steel Skull, but like, no, it's not enough. It's not enough. It's a shame though. Alright, so I'm almost out of here. I got 3 more. Might as well do the last 3. I mean, it's double chances, so what the heck. Ooh, an epic, that's cool. AFR. AFR, well, actually, I can use it for a skill up, because I do use him in Faction Wars. That's my Secret Order. What I'm talking about Faction Wars, my Secret Order's solid. He is a pretty good champion. He used to be in my clan boss group until I got Dracomorph, because he has some solid poisons. Let me show you what he has. This isn't for the clan boss, but this is just a great ability where it attacks an enemy, block cooldown skills, debuff for 2 turns, so it blocks both their A2 and their A3, and this is just one of his skills. So like, I had a friend of mine go like, oh, well, what good is that? He blocks somebody else's skills, but that's his skill, so he's losing a skill in order to block somebody else's skill. Well, if you're doing manual attacks, it's great, because then you can block their healer and target somebody. Even on auto, though, the thing is it blocks their cooldown skills for 2 turns. So it's 2 turns. It's not just he's using 1 skill to block one other person's skill. He's using 1 turn, doing damage to them, which is quite a bit of damage too. He hits pretty hard with this. And it's a debuff for 2 turns, and it's both their A2, A3. If they have an A4, that too. It blocks all the cooldown skills for 2 turns. So it's really, really useful. This here, it's a great poison. Attacks 4 times at random. Each hit places a 5% poison debuff. This is a really solid poison. It's just with the difference with Dracomorph, since he got buffed, he has poisons that last for 3 turns. So he blew him out the water. Plus he has like weaken and defense down and all that for the boss, so it's just a lot more valuable. This is a cool ability too though. Attacks an enemy 2 times, and then once you max out his skills, 25% chance of stealing a random buff from a target. That's where he comes in useful on the clan boss too, for when the boss is below 50%. Hit points, and where they give themselves that strength increase, then sometimes Aethar will steal that from the boss. Like 1 in 4 attacks, he'll steal it if you max out his skills. So that's pretty cool. So like I said, I'll use him for a skill up, because I know I don't have Aethar's skills maxed out yet. I think I'm like 2 tombs short of maxing him out, because all that I had left to max was his A1, and I wasn't using him on clan boss anymore, so I was like, why not? Flinger? No. Flinger's food. Like I said, pretty much all rares these days are food for me, so I wasn't expecting much from these ancient shards. More than anything, just having them to use as food. And a little bit more eye candy here. She's not bad. So, anyway, but yeah, she's just rare, though. I mean, anyway, that's all that I got. Yeah, so I mean, at least I got 1 legendary, so that's kind of cool. I got a new legendary to add to the collection. He's a cool-looking one, at least. And like I said, I will eventually use him in Faction Wars. I just got so much other stuff going on, he's not going to be a priority. But, I mean, I'll level him up to definitely the level 50. And then put some decent gear on him. I got to figure out who I'm going to replace in the Undead Hordes, though. Like, I have a combo that I really like going on right now with the Seducer and I think it's Temptress are the two of them, where they work in conjunction with each other, because his abilities are pretty decent with the two of them combined. Hers isn't that great. I don't know if she's Temptress. What is it? Like this one here. But let's take a look at it really quick. But yeah, the Seducer works really well with her. Yeah, Temptress. It is Temptress. So yeah, but anyway, I'm not. That's for a different time. But anyway, I only have her at level 40, as you can see, because there's so many champions to max out for Faction Wars. So I just focused on my groups that were like the stronger, more powerful groups, and got everybody in them up to at least level 50, most of them to 60. So I'm just focusing on a couple at this point, High Elves and Sacred Order. Because as you can see, High Elves, I got Arbiter, I got, is it Tyrell, I got Royal Guard. I don't remember who else I have. I think I have another one that's maxed out, don't I? Yeah, so Arbiter, and then, yeah, so I think, no, that's it. Yeah, just Arbiter, Tyrell, Royal Guard. I don't remember what else I have, but I have a really solid group for them too. But anyway, like I said, I mean, at least I got a new legendary, so it's a new one to add to the collection. He's a really cool looking one. I will use him for Faction Wars, so he'll get at least some use. I'm not going to be leveling him up to 60 anytime soon. You can see with Molly, I haven't even used Molly yet. Not literally, not in a single encounter have I used her. Just, I wanted to add her to my collection. But who knows, down the road when they add new content, she might come in useful. Once they add the Dwarves Faction Wars, that might come in useful. So anyway, but I mean, one new legendary, not anything that I really wanted or needed, but I'm already clearing all the end game content at this point anyway, so I wasn't expecting much. So, and that's just how it works. I mean, most of the time, you know, I know people do a lot of videos, and oh, look, I pulled this, look, I pulled that. You don't know how many videos they do where they don't pull anything that great like this, and then they just don't post it because they want to try to look like they pull these great legendaries all the time. Like, I don't cover for Plarium like that. Like, if you want to see a lot of videos with us pulling like really good champions, give us better pulls. Like, increase our chances at legendaries or epics. You know, like, I'm realistic with this, guys. Like, this is what happens. Like, you just saw me pull 80 some odd ancients. Like, and with the prices that they have in this game, you got to consider that is like, I mean, this game, look at this, like $87 for that. Really? It's insulting, this new like price gouging, like the scams with 60%. No, it's not 60% off. This game itself isn't worth that much. But yeah, okay, so just case in point of what I was talking about as far as the shards. Now, 41 shards. The silver, which this is enough to max out like what, one artifact, that's 3.5 million is nothing these days, and then 2,150 gems. So you figure you what, but like, what is it? I want to say like 11 ancient shards with 900 gems. So you're looking at $100 for like about how many shards I open. So that was $100 worth of shards there, and I got one legendary that I'm not even going to use. So I mean, that's what you guys got to consider. You're going to spend money, you know, if you have the extra money, go for it. But just consider, like, I mean, it's what, 2,150, and then I'm pretty sure it's like 900. Yeah, 900, and you get 11 of them. So it's like, what would that have been? Like 9, 18, like 2. It wouldn't even, no, that was more than $100 worth. If you're looking at this pack here, and this is supposed to be some special for Halloween, like, yeah, that was more than $100 worth of shards in Plarium's eyes. So just consider that, guys, when you guys are going to buy shards. I mean, I wish everybody the best. I hope you guys get good pulls, but I mean, 83 shards with double chances. I got one legendary, and he's going to be for Faction Wars. Like, and he's not going to really make much difference. Like, maybe at best, him maxed out might help me to get to one higher stage, but most likely not. Usually, like, from my experience, it takes like a couple of really, really powerful upgrades to get like a stage increase. When you're doing like the stage 13, 14, things like that, it takes huge increases. So I don't think Scartorsus is going to get me an extra stage higher in it, but he's a little step closer, maybe between him and as I apply more and more glyphs on the champions, get more and more gear upgrades, put full masteries into everybody in Faction Wars, which is going to take forever. Like, I haven't been doing that because I haven't seen the time worth it. Once they change Faction Wars, if they make it more worthwhile, I will, but for right now, no. But anyway, but this was about shards, so we got the shards covered. I just want to kind of touch on that as far as, like, you know, if you guys are considering buying shards, you know, just remember, like, this, look at what I pulled. Like, and if this was stuff that you needed and you're like, man, I don't have that great of an account, I have mostly rares, go for it. You know, I mean, again, it's $100. Is this app worth $100 to you just to get a couple of champions that you might use that'll be useful? You know, so just consider that. But anyway, I might put Frankenstein to use too. like I said, definitely in Faction Wars. Definitely need to use them in Faction Wars. It'll be fun. So anyway, but let me see what his reviews are so far. 5, really? I feel that's like really generous. Like I don't see 5. I mean, he seems decent, but 5? I don't know. But anyway, but that's all that I got for now, guys. So I mean, any questions, comments, concerns, feedback, just let me know in the comments below. Otherwise, that's all I got for now. So I hope you guys have better luck with your polls. Hope you guys get some good champions. If you're doing it during this event, feel free to post in the comments below. Let me know what you guys get. I wish you luck with it. And in the meantime, I'm going to get back to my account here, maybe start leveling up some new champions. Definitely use some of these champions as food to max out my champion training tournament. And that's all I got for today, though. So until the next episode, guys, again, good luck with your polls. Take care, and I will see you in the next episode. So until then. Hey guys, Anthony here, also known on this channel as AscendantGod. And shout out from down below because we love everybody equally here. Well, thank you guys for checking out the channel here. Be sure to subscribe to the channel so you can stay up to date with the latest content as I provided on here. Also, be sure to check out the description sections of the videos regularly as well. That's where I provide you guys with all the resources that I'm able to find that I think would be useful for you. It's also where you can show your support, and it is much appreciated because regretfully, playing video games and making funny videos doesn't support the family. So any support you guys give is really appreciated. And other than that, I think that's about all that I got for now. So in the meantime, I'm gonna get back to this here. I think I almost got it figured out. So wish me luck, and I will catch you guys in the next episode. So until then.